Hi! Hello friends, I'm Christopher and this is my daughter Charlotte. Welcome back to A Garden Named Bill. Oh, well, this is week 18 of my arbitrary 30-week gardening season here up in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, cold hardiness zone 5A. Sorry I missed you last week, it was just a busy time and I failed you. Sorry, I really did want to do a gardening tour every single week, and now there will never be a week 17. I did get some footage, but I ultimately kind of gave up because I was sick of my lav mic not working. So we're just going to go with the built-in speakers for this one and deal with it. Anyways, here's your overview shot. Well, we are getting ready for the second wave of raspberries and the pre-McCains. We'll look at those in a little bit later. Aside from that, the perennials section is just kind of normal for fruit growth, and the corn is tall in the back. The squash and things are growing, not as high as I had expected, but still pretty good. You can see I've got a mammoth sunflower about to get the head on. That's about 10 feet tall, and the beans are doing really, really well. And oh, there's a big bumblebee. Well, we have a fair amount of work to do in the garden this week. To our left, we've got the rest of the carrots. Those should be nice and mature, and it's time to get them out of the garden. So those have to be harvested, and I'm probably going to dice them up and freeze them for our stews and things over winter. Oh, and then over here, the potatoes are totally yellow. The leaves are brittle. It is time to pull these. I've been seeing plenty of new potatoes up on the top, and I can't wait to see what's down below it. Once we get these taken out, I want to add some compost here and reseed this entire bed with carrots, and this half here with spinach. I know the spinach will do fine, given its growth season. The carrots are like 75 days or so we're going to be pushing it at the end of October. I might get a cold frame around here, and either way I have to figure out some system to keep the bunny rabbits out from eating the tiny little plants as they come up, because my adorable bun-buns, as wonderful as they are, ate my second wave of snap peas. So there will be no second wave of snap peas this year, and that's something I'm going to have to pay attention to next season. Well, sunflowers are really the main highlight this week as far as I'm concerned. Here, she's yellow like a mammoth sunflower. 3 of the ones that I planted in random corners of my beds are doing real well. These 2 here are pushing 7 feet. And then I've got one over there that's about 10 feet tall. They're all getting heads. At least that one's getting the head developed. So I think we'll actually see some sunflowers this year. Well, we're up to our ears in tomatoes and peppers, which is great. My experiments here are yielding different results. The tomatoes over there I just kind of let go crazy, and the ones over here I single stemmed and trained up. They're doing really well. Next week I promise I'll do something a little bit more in-depth when I'm not holding on to an adorable little baby. But we got tomatoes coming out of our ears. Beautiful looking tomatoes, so it's BLT season, that's for sure. This one's got a little bug bite in it. Aside from the bug, very good tomatoes. Yep. Well, some of the corn is actually coming in. We got tassels over here. We got some corn hair and stuff. So with any luck, we should actually get some stalks and some ears of corn on these stalks. I was gone the last couple days, so I'm not really sure if the squirrels did any damage. Usually they're a pain in the rear, and since I don't have these netted, I don't know how well they'll do. I guess we'll see. But behind Charlotte, this massive pumpkin is crawling in, and we finally have, let's see, I have one pumpkin that actually set on it, so I'm going to clip all the rest. I'm going to clip all the rest real soon so I can just grow one pumpkin. I'm going to wait until that one pumpkin is like baseball size or better, just to make sure it's established and I don't, put the cart before the horse and clip the rest of them. But we should finally start developing pumpkins now. Hello, I know you can't see me, but you can definitely hear me. I wanted to point out this sunflower here. This is 9 feet or so. That's getting the head on, and then you can see up here all the green beans. So we've been harvesting lots of green beans. We've got a really delicious green bean and Dijon mustard and tomato salad recipe from my mother-in-law, so we've been having some of them in that form. And I'm pleased with how well this section is doing in general. Over there, it's like a tunnel of disappointment with my second seeding of peas being pulled out and the squash and stuff. Here, I'll turn you. And these squashes down here, you know, these plants just not climbing as well because they got such a late start. So, whereas last year this was completely covered in green leafy goodness, it's just kind of meh this year. So it goes. But of course the gift that keeps on giving are the raspberries. Just take a look, these are the new canes this year. And they, well, that might not focus. But anyways, they're loaded with fruit that will be here soon, as you can see. The ends of each of all these new canes have like 30 some different fruits on them that are forming. So another couple of weeks and we will have our second harvesting of raspberries, which is usually the big one. Ooh. Well, essentially it looks like we're done here. Charlotte has decided because she pulled off her bumblebee hat. Oh, not having that. So how are things in your garden? Sorry again for, whoop, there goes a bus. Sorry again for missing last week. Things are slowing down, I'd say, just with the heat, but I'm excited that the pumpkin's finally getting started and that we will have sunflowers, and I'm glad to have beans up the wazoo until the frost. Wish me luck with the second seeding of carrots and spinach, and give me some suggestions for covering them so that the bunnies don't get them as they pop up. Otherwise, I think we're going to go in and make a BLT for lunch. What do you say? Good? You want to wave bye-bye? Wave bye-bye. Bye! Bye! She doesn't understand that there are people on the other end. If it was FaceTime, she'd be waving bye. Bye!